People are always really interested in each other's saddle hunting setup, and since I changed mine from a couple years ago, I figured I'd go over what I have and how I do it this year anyway. So all of my gear fits inside a fanny pack, which is nice for space and weight. Before I get into it, I just want to say that I don't recommend any of these items or techniques. I'm not telling you you should hunt this way. This is just how I do it. Take it all with a grain of salt, you know, at your own risk. So my platform this year is just the seat off of an old tree stand that I wasn't using. I chopped the seat off and modified it. Inside the fanny pack, I have rock climbing harness, 30 feet of rated climbing rope, I have a tether from my old saddle hunting setup where I was using steps and using a tether and a lineman belt to stay attached to the tree. I have kind of modified this tether to be like a dual purpose type of thing. So what I've done, you know, I've just got the standard bow line with the Yosemite finish and barrel knot. That was the tether that would go around the tree. It can still be used for that purpose if I need to, you know, get over a limb or a crotch. So I would still be connected to the tree, and then I could reset my single rope. On here I have a prusik loop. This one's sewn prusik knot loop, and then the prusik knot itself. In the loop I have girth hitched a small webbing sling. Got a black diamond screw gate carabiner and another prusik loop. This is what I use as an aider, so I'll show you here in a minute. The rest of my stuff, I've got a heavy duty short length ratchet strap. I modified that with a clevis. It had two hooks like this, but I cut the one off the short end and modified it with a clevis. It's just a little easier to attach to the tree that way. That is for the platform. I've got a little over 30 feet of paracord and just a, you know, key ring carabiner. That works as my pull-up rope, and that's also how I get my climbing rope back out of the tree. And then the main piece of gear that allows this system to work is a Petzl Gree belay device. That's how I'm pulling myself up and staying on belay as I climb the tree, and then it has a rappel function obviously so I can get back down. And I've got two more black diamond carabiners. These ones are just a different style. They're a little meatier than the one that I have on the aider. My saddle, this is just a cotton twill, like BDU pants material. I have a third prusik loop. I tried to dye it, it looks ugly, but it's a third prusik loop, and I have that girth hitched through one end of this fabric, kind of like simulating a sheet bend. So I did this end first, made my little girth hitch through the fabric, then I tied the prusik onto my bridge. Then on the other end is an actual sheet bend knot, and then just a little stopper knot on the tail. This is going to be replaced with Amsteel. Right now it's just some rated rope, but in effect I have an adjustable bridge. This does not do anything for me other than allow me to sit. It's not even attached to my harness. I literally just treat it like a hammock for my butt. It's more of a seat than anything else. So that's my setup. I'm going to go ahead and put a rope up this short tree behind me, and I'll show you how it actually functions. Again, bow line with the Yosemite finish. Run that through a crotch or around a limb. I use the paracord and a weight or a stick to throw it. My Petzl Gree-Gree, you open it up, take a bite, close that. I'm going to go off of the belay loop on my harness. Screw the gate down so you never screw up. Just a normal prusik knot there. You could probably also use a Klemheist, but this is the knot I know. Foot in the stirrup, toes against the tree. I'm going to pull on either the carabiner or the prusik line itself. Don't pull on the knot or it'll slide. As I stand, I'm going to belay myself and make sure that I lock down this tag end every time. Okay, so let's say I've now reached a height where I want to put my platform. I need two hands to do that, so we have to tie off the Gree-Gree device. And there's a very simple way of doing that, and I'll show you. That's how you tie off a Gree-Gree. So now I can use both hands. Okay, so got the platform set. I've shimmied up back on top of the platform, and now I'm at hunting height. I don't want to leave this belay device loaded the entire time that I'm up here in this tree. So what I need to do is I need to attach myself to this rope. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to use my prusik loops and my carabiners. I still will utilize the belay device and replace this big carabiner with my little equipment carabiner. It'll still be tied off, but there'll be slack here, and I'll be tight on a prusik. So I'll show you that. This one is now going to hold my bridge. There you go. I'm attached with a tight prusik here. This holds my bridge. When I get my bridge set to the length I want it, if I'm going to be mostly sitting or mostly leaning, I'll then put a fuzz bit of slack in this one, just so that I can sink my weight into the bridge tether, but still have this as a backup in case I do slip. So got some redundancies built in. It's not a perfect system, but it seems to work so far. So to get down out of the tree, super easy. I'm gonna undo this, put the weight back on here, rappel down out of the tree. And that's all there is to it. Simple enough, it's reasonably fast. I feel secure. Is it perfect? Probably not, but it works for me. So, thanks for watching.